We believe everyone can learn to operate handguns safely. However, we think it is unsafe to learn to shoot on your own. Please work with an experienced firearms instructor to put these skills into practice. This video includes both semi-auto pistols and double-action revolvers. As we begin this video, all guns are unloaded and made safe to handle. The only ammunition present will be dummy training rounds. The target there shows the safe direction for us to point our guns.
In this video, we're going to help you learn how to safely draw your handgun from your holster. You need this skill in order to participate at a live fire practice event at the range. I'm going to start by showing you the basic holster exercise. Here's what it looks like in one smooth motion.
In a moment, we'll show you how this works step by step. Before we get started, let's look at Jackie's holster. This one fits into 3 different holster categories. 1, it is an outside-the-waistband holster. 2, it is worn on the hip. 3, it is a retention holster, which keeps the gun from falling out. We recommend new shooters start with a holster similar to this.
Now let's get ready for the exercise. Load your gun with dummy training rounds. Keep your trigger finger indexed. Operate the slide to make your gun ready to shoot. Place the gun into your holster.
There are 5 steps for safely drawing your gun from the holster. We call this our basic holster exercise. 1, move your non-shooting hand to your chest and at the same time grip the gun with your shooting hand. 2, lift your gun straight up and out of the holster while keeping your trigger finger indexed. 3, rotate your gun toward the target while keeping your trigger finger indexed. 4, join your hands together and push the gun toward the target while moving your trigger finger onto the trigger. 5, align your sights on target and press the trigger until it releases. To reholster the gun, we'll play these steps backwards. 4, re-index your trigger finger and pull the gun close to your chest. 3, move your non-shooting hand to your chest and while keeping your trigger finger indexed, pull the gun back over the holster. 2, rotate the gun so that it points down in alignment with the holster while keeping your trigger finger indexed. 1, reholster the gun slowly while keeping your trigger finger indexed.
After you practice this a few times, you'll be able to do it in one smooth motion. Now, we will show you the basic holster exercise with this double-action revolver. The moves are the same regardless of what type of handgun you use. Now we're going to show you the basic holster exercise from concealment. We're going to use the same holster, add in a jacket that shields it from view.
When drawing the gun from concealment, you need to add 1 extra movement to step 1. Use your thumb on your shooting hand to flip the jacket out of the way. Then grip the gun with your shooting hand. You also have to move the jacket out of the way when you reholster the gun. While pulling the gun back over the holster, press your arm against your body to grip the jacket and move it back to reveal the holster. Then rotate the gun down and reholster.
Here's what drawing from concealment looks like in one smooth motion. It's just a matter of adding those 2 extra steps. Now we're going to demonstrate the basic holster exercise using a different holster. This is a concealed carry holster and fits into 3 holster categories. 1, it's an inside-the-waistband holster. 2, it is worn behind the hip. 3, it's a retention holster which keeps the gun from falling out.
We don't recommend these types of holsters for new shooters. However, we do recognize the new shooters eventually want to carry conceal. There are 2 things that make these types of holsters harder to use. Here is an example of what we often see where the gun is drawn and pointed backwards in an unsafe direction. Be sure to keep the gun pointed slightly forward, away from your body and your feet. The other concern is when reholstering, you cannot see the opening of the holster. It's easy to point the gun backwards in an unsafe direction. Take your time to be sure the gun is entering the opening in the holster and that the muzzle always remains pointed in a safe direction.
Now, Wu will show you what the concealed carry draw looks like in one smooth motion. The moves are the same regardless of what type of holster you use.
You can improve your shooting by practicing our basic holster exercise using dummy training rounds at home. To be truly proficient using the holster, you need to participate regularly at live fire events at the range.